explain you that what will be the lab scenario. Our lab is ready. Okay, so yeah, if you don't have knowledge about this particular lab that we are going to configure, okay, you have to watch previous video, right? And yeah, if you were with me yesterday, you can able to understand the lab properly. Okay, even if you are not there yesterday, you can try to understand this. Okay, and this is the lab. I already configured this lab properly and it is available right now. It is ready, and now I'm going to configure extended access list. Okay, so this is the agenda of the day, to configure extended access list, and then we will configure named access list. Okay, so maybe if we can able to finish this within an hour, it will be good. Otherwise we can extend this. Okay, so yeah, that will be the lab for the extended access list, is the agenda of the day, right? So let me see. Ningappa, good evening. Mukesh, good evening. Nikhil, good evening. Rajkumar, good evening. Yeah, so I'm ready with my lab. What about you guys? Are you ready? Kesab, after too many days. Yeah, thank you for like. Yeah, where are you, Kesab? I'm not getting any comment from you. Okay, so tell me, are you ready for today's lab? It is about extended access list. Yeah, ready. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yeah, this is the lab that we already configured yesterday, right? And today I'm going to configure access list in this particular lab, right? So let's start this lab. The first thing is, like, right now there is no restrictions. Okay, everything is allowed. My router is there, but basically I can say that there is no restrictions. Yeah, there is no restrictions. Every traffic is allowed, right? And we configure like many types of traffic. For example, this is what the IP address of my server, and I'm accessing many type of services from my server. Okay, for example, in the web browser, I am saying that, okay, I want to access HTTP and 192.168.10.2. Okay, so I'm able to access this. Now just give me that address. Okay, just give me the address, like what is port number of HTTP? Yeah, just comment this, what is port number of HTTP? Wait a minute, I'm not able to get your comment, guys. Wait, something happens. Hello. I'm not able to get comment and anything, like video is disappeared from the Facebook page. Wait, something happens, something strange happens over here. Okay, I get it. Okay, done. Yeah, so HTTP, yeah, done. I got it. Nitish Sharma, good evening. And yeah, HTTP is port number 80, HTTPS is port number 443. Yeah, Ningappa, Nikhil. Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm going to ping. Yeah, I'm going to ping. So command, and I'm going to ping this server 192.168.10.2. Yeah, what you call for ping? Yeah, what do you call for ping? Yeah, port number or anything? Or you can tell me like which protocol is used by ping. Yeah, for example, HTTP is using TCP, right? So which protocol is used by uh, ping? If I'm pinging, Yeah, Kaushal is saying ICMP. Good, got it. Yeah, so ping is clear, HTTP is clear. And then I just configure this DNS. Yeah, this DNS was there. So let me ping like ping server. Yeah. So yeah, I'm able to ping like whenever I'm giving IP name, I'm getting server name or IP, right? So yeah, which port is used by the ping? Which port is used by the DNS? Which port is used by the DNS? Pranay, ping is using ICMP. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, now I'm talking about DNS. Okay, which port is used by the DNS? My question is, which port is used by the DNS? DNS 53. Yeah, good. Now we just configured this email. Yeah, we just configured email. So if I'm sending email, for example, I'm composing email to user2@acs.com. Okay, so yeah, hi, hello, my friend. How are you? Now, if suppose I'm sending any mail, which protocol is used? And what is the port number? Yes, Mukesh Singh, good evening. If I'm sending any email, which protocol is used and what is the port number? Yeah, Mukesh, Nikhil, it is right. DNS is using 53. Now, next question is which protocol is used if I'm sending email and port number? What is the port number of that particular protocol, right? SMTP, yeah. Pranay, SMTP is right, but SMTP port number is 25. Okay. Now, if you are receiving email, we have to use port number 110. It is like POP3 is used to receive email, right? So this is what is there. Yeah, engineer Suraj, welcome. Suraj, you are new and welcome to the team of players. Yeah, we have Nitesh, we have Nikhil, Mukesh. All these are players. Yeah, they are not just watching videos. Yeah, they are giving answer. They are active members. And yeah, Suraj, you are now in the list of active members as well. So welcome. So okay, so these these are the ports that is like working, and I want to learn extended access lease using this particular port. Yeah, POP 3110, right? Nikhil, right? Okay. So first of all, I'm going to configure extended access list. Okay. Now what I just want to allow HTTP traffic. Okay. I just want to allow HTTP traffic. This is what my requirement. Okay. So anyone can able to access HTTP, okay, HTTP from my web server. So how can I create access list? Any idea? Okay, I want that I'm in this particular router and I want to allow only HTTP traffic for, you can access it from 10.2. Yeah, what will be the command? Any idea? The first thing is I want to allow only HTTP traffic. Yeah, understand the question. If we are talking about all traffic, I can say standard access list would be the answer first. Second thing, I'm not talking about deny. Yeah, I'm not talking about deny. I am saying that I want to allow only HTTP traffic. Now, if you understand this question or if you understand my statement properly, if I'm saying that I want to allow HTTP only, it means actually indirectly I am saying that I don't want any traffic except this HTTP. Yeah. So actually I'm talking about I want to deny each and every traffic. I just want HTTP as a allowed traffic, right? So this is how it works. Okay. And yeah, tell me. Any idea? Yeah, I have to create extended access list for sure. But any idea about command? Okay, Kausal is saying 10 allow HTTP, 20 deny all, and yeah, also saying that might I am wrong. Okay, okay. This is not the matter of wrong and right. You just try it. This is what is required. Access list number allow. Let me try this. Yeah, let me try this. Okay. So first thing is I'm on the router, enable config T access list. Okay. I have to create extended. So I'm going to give number 80. Okay. And here it is like deny, permit, and remark. Remark is just for our detail. I'm saying that, okay, I want to permit. Yeah. Now keep this in mind. Okay, I'm just allowing permit is a HTTP traffic. Okay, so when you click over here, is like permit, and then it is like a different type of the protocols that we can use. Okay, we have TCP, UDP, and ICMP. Right now we will concentrate on this TCP, UDP. Or okay, we'll talk about this GRE later. This will be the useful thing. Okay, so I'm saying the TCP. Okay, and then I have to configure source, like from which source you want to allow. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, I want to allow from any means anyone can able to access website. Okay, and then I have to provide destination port. Okay, so destination is like fixed, so I can say host 192.168.10.2. Okay, so the rule is like access list 100, which will permit TCP port to any. Okay, and the host is like the host address means the destination address should be 10.2. Okay, but where is the port number? Yeah, where is the port number? So I can provide port number over here. It can be equal, it can be greater than, it can be less than. Okay, there is establishment, establish also. They're asking this question about the establish. So we'll talk about this. Okay, but right now I'm saying that I want equal to port number 80. Okay, so access list 100, permit TCP any host 192.168.10.2 equal to 80. Yeah, understood this? The statement must be very clear. Yeah, concentrate on this statement, read it one time, and ask yourself, yeah, everything is all right. Yeah, and if you find any question, you can ask me right now. Okay, understand this. See, access list is the thing that you have to use again and again when you understand something like next technologies, right? For the BGP, for the attribute, you have to use this. Yeah, for MPLS, you have to use this. So there are many things. At that time, you have to understand the access list. Okay, so this is what I can say. This is a foundation topic. Yeah, if you have knowledge of this particular topic, now if you are learning BGP attributes, at that time at least you do not need to worry about access list fundas, because your access list funda is like clear now. Okay, and I want that the funda must be very clear. Fundamentals should be very clear, right? So don't worry about time. Okay, we can extend our lab, like extend our schedule. Yeah, so we will do this, but the matter is the concept must be very clear. Okay, so access list 100, permit TCP any means anyone can able to access. Host is like my 10.2 is the destination, and equal to like port number 80. Okay, so I'm going to enter. Now tell me what will be the next step. Yeah, I just created one line of access list. What will be the next step? Should I add any line over here, or like what is the next step? Like once you create access list, what will be the next step? Yeah, anyone? I just created access list. What will be the next step? Ningappa, Nitish, Pranay, Kausal. Yeah, what will be this next step? Okay, Suraj is saying deny, Kausal is saying deny, Nitish Sharma is saying access group. Okay, okay. Anyone? IP access group. Raj Kumar is saying IP access list group. Okay, yeah. The command is I have to go to the interface. Yeah, I have to go to the interface. So here I'm having two interface, and the matter is once you create access list, yeah, once you create access list, you have to apply it on the particular interface. Okay, Kausal and Suraj, your answer was deny. I'm going to explain you this, so don't worry about this. Right now, this is good that Rajkumar, Nitish Sharma, and they are saying that IP access group. Yeah, Ratha, welcome. And yes, I got your answer, like IP access list group. Okay, this is like the, yeah, once you create access list, you have to apply it. But you guys are confused like which command I have to use when I want to apply access list. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to explain you this. The matter over here is I have to apply it, this particular access list on the interface. Now tell me, I'm having fast Ethernet 0/0 and fast Ethernet 0/1. On which interface should I apply this access list? On which interface should I apply this access list? Yeah, you are the network engineer and you are responsible to apply this access list. So which interface, like fast Ethernet 0/0 or fast Ethernet 0/1? Yeah, tell me. This is truth that I have to, after creating access list, you have to apply it on particular interface. Okay, now you are the administrator, and if you are going to apply this particular access list, which interface will be selected by you? Yeah, fast Ethernet 0/0 or 0/1? Yeah. Rajkumar is saying fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay. Nikhil is saying fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay. Kausal is saying fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay. Anyone? Suraj is saying fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay. And like, I want only one more reply. Yeah. Anyone? Fast Ethernet 0/0 or fast Ethernet 0/1? Guys, think about it. Ratha is saying fast Ethernet 0/1. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Guys, think about it. Okay. Let me open my whiteboard. Okay. This is my router. Okay. This is my switch. Computers are connected over here. Okay. And here is my server. Yeah. It is fast Ethernet 0/0. This is fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay. So what is the matter over here is, this is my server and there is only one possibilities. Yeah. There is only one possibilities that from which traffic will come, right? So all the traffic will come from this particular interface. Okay. So you can, yes, keep this what I'm saying. Yeah. If you are saying answer is fast Ethernet 0/1, okay, you are partially right. But the exact answer would be fast Ethernet 0/0. Yeah. Fast Ethernet 0/0. Why? Because if you apply this on the fast Ethernet 0/0, the advantage is the traffic will be filtered. Like traffic will be filtered by the router itself before it will enter into the router. Yeah. So the router process, like routing and everything, is not required. Yeah, it will find it out that, okay, you are port number 80. Yes, then you can go. Okay, and the routing process will happen. Okay, control data plan functions, and then it will forward it by the next interface, right? So yeah, if you will apply this on the fast Ethernet 0/1, what will happen after the process, after the forwarding decision, when the traffic is going outside, yeah, it will filter that. So in this particular system, the router has to forward each and every packet, and then when it is forwarding that, this access list will filter them. So it is good idea to apply access list over here. So what will happen, before it will enter into the routing engine, your router will filter these packets, right? And it will forward to the routing engine is like a perfect 100% permitted packet, right? So you should apply this on the fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, keep this in mind. And the best practice is always apply extended access list near the source. Yeah, this is not strict rule. Okay, but yeah, we can say that this is a rule that you have to remember. Yeah, and let me open my rule, which is I explained you yesterday. Yeah, always apply standard access list near the destination. Yeah, this is what the rule that I explained you, and it was about the standard access list, right? And today we are having a different scenario, and I can say that today we have to follow this rule. Yeah, extended access list should apply near the source. Okay, so the answer would be fast Ethernet 0/0. Now, what will be the command? Yeah, what will be the command? Like I will apply this on the fast Ethernet 0/0, and there will be in and out. Yeah, in and out. So tell me, what will be the command? You have to give me command and in and out as well. Okay, so write full command, and my access list number is 100 that I'm giving you. Okay, so yeah, tell me in, out, and write the full command. Yes, write full command. You can Google it, you can search, whatever you do, I don't care, no problem. Yeah, but the matter is you just need to give me answer. Yeah. You can remember anything if you attach with, like attach your memory with something, right? So here I am actually playing logic game with you guys. Whenever I am asking you any question, and whenever you are answering this question, and when you are commenting, yeah, when you are commenting, actually, you can able to remember this. Okay, so Kaushal is saying access list 100, deny any out without Google. Okay, Rajkumar is saying IP access list 100, group 100 in. Okay, Nikhil Wag is saying IP access group 100 in. Okay, so what I can say, in is like sure. Yeah, in is sure. Yeah, anyone, do you have any doubt about in? Because I already explained you about in and out, right? So here we have flexibility. Is that like we can able to ask to the source like, hey, you are from 20, where you want to go, right? So we have the specific destination, right? So here is like we can apply over here. And now when we talk about this particular thing is like traffic is coming. Yeah, I am router, and whenever you decide in and out in perspective of you are the router. Yeah, so actually traffic is coming, so it would be in, and the command, see this Nitish Sharma, you are right, Rajkumar, you are right, but the problem is you just give me wrong command. Yeah, it was the wrong command. So the matter is the command is IP access group 100 in, and there is another command is access class, but we'll talk about this later. Right now the command is access. I have to go to this. Yeah, I have to go to the fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, and here is an interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Command is IP access group 100 in. Yeah, Nikhil, you are right. Suraj, you are right. Nitish Sharma, you will never forget this. Rajkumar, you will never forget this. Yeah, I'm specifically speaking slowly for you guys. Yeah, to apply access list, the command is IP access group. Okay, access list number and then direction in and out. Yeah, this is for Rajkumar and Nitish. You will never forget this now. Okay, apply access list. The command is IP access group, access list number, and direction. Okay, in or out. Right now in. Yeah, done. Okay, so now it is done. And this is time to verification. Yeah, so let me verify the configuration. And here is like I'm on PC2. Let me try to open website from my PC2. Okay, here is like http://192.168.10.2. Yeah, done. I'm able to open the website. Now guys, tell me, if I'm trying to ping, yeah, if I'm trying to ping, like let me give you IP address, like ping 192.168.10.2, what will be the result? Can I will get ping or not? Yeah, ping will be successful, yes or not successful? No. What will be the answer? Yes or no? Keep this in mind that I'm having one access list over here. Okay, I'm going to open this access list for your convenience. Yeah, for example, so access list, this is what my access list is. And here is like I'm giving this command. Okay, ping. I'm going to ping from this particular 10.20.2 to 10.2. Yeah, so tell me, what is your answer? What will be the result of ping? Okay, Kausal is saying no, Nikhil is saying no. Yeah, I want more reply. Rajkumar is saying yes. Okay, anyone? Ningappa, where are you? Suraj. Okay, let me try this. Okay, let me try this. See, I'm not getting ping. Yeah, I am not getting ping. So the matter is why I am not getting ping. Yeah, why I'm not getting ping. And I just permitted only one traffic. Yeah, I just permitted only one traffic. See over here is just I just permitted this particular traffic is like, okay, I want to allow TCP any. Yeah, so we just allowed this TCP. Yeah, HTTP. Yeah, so it is like, okay, done. Now www or at port number 80 or HTTP, everything is same, right? So I just allow this particular port. It means port number 80. But now even I am not able to ping. Yeah, not able to ping. Let me access this website. Yeah, let me access this HTTPS website. HTTPS : 192.168.10.2. No, result is not there. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, like everything is stopped. Only allow is HTTP, right? Yeah, so I think we allow only HTTP. Yeah, and there is hidden line called deny any. Yeah, it is called implicit deny, right? So actually what's happened over here, when you create any access list, yeah, I just wrote this particular statement. Okay, this is like permit TCP any. Yeah, this is good. But at the end of each access list, yeah, at the end of each access list, there is a one line, yeah, and this particular line is, we call it access list deny any, yeah, access list 100. Okay, deny any. Now this line will be there forever, and access list 100. Okay, permit TCP any. This is my statement. Okay, and this is like access list 100 deny any. Yeah, so what happened over here, like HTTP is permitted, but all of the traffic is actually denied because of this implicit line. Yeah, you cannot see this, but this is the line. It is there, invisible, always there. And because of this line, actually I'm not able to access any other services, right? So yeah, this is how it works. Okay, and I just permitted port number 80. Now the people is telling me, sir, it is okay, this is good, we understand, but please allow HTTPS. Yeah, you are doing wrong. Please allow HTTPS. Okay, so now I want to allow this particular HTTPS traffic. Yeah, see, I cannot create another access list. Yeah, I cannot create another access list. Why? Because you can create only one on one interface. You can apply only one access list per direction. Okay, so for example, there is a one access list 100 is already applied on in direction. Okay, if I want to apply another access list on the out direction, I can do this. But right now, on in direction, I can create only one. So now whatever I want to add, I have to add them into that particular access list. Otherwise, if I will create new access list and then I have to apply this, so whenever I will apply this new access list, it will replace this particular access list 100. Okay, so no chance to create new one. Now I have to add one new line to this particular access list, and I want to add this line to allow HTTPS traffic from anywhere. Okay, so yeah, what will be the command? Give me command. This is like in front of you. Everything is in front of you. Yeah, I just want to allow HTTPS traffic from any, like from all. Okay, from all. Yeah, tell me what is the command? HTTPS traffic. Okay. Hello. I want to allow HTTPS traffic. Okay. So what will be the command? Okay, Kausal is like 20. Yeah, you do not need to write 20. Yeah, the command should be like this. Okay, config t access list. Okay, 100 permit TCP any host. Yeah, 192.168.10.2 equal to, yeah, for port number 443. Okay, so whenever you write this command, it will be automatically on the line number 20. Say this. Yeah, this is on line number like automatically on the line number 20. Okay, and now I want to test this. Okay, so go to that particular computer, okay, and try to access HTTPS. Okay, so HTTPS : 192.168, and it is like a 10.2. Here is like working. Now HTTPS is also allowed, right? Now I want to allow ping. Okay, now I want to allow ping. Guys, give me answer very quickly. Yeah, we have limited time and we have to finish this like before, like on the time, right? 9:30. So yeah, I want to allow ping now. Okay, anyone can able to ping. This is what my requirement is, right? So tell me what will be the command if I want to allow ping? Yeah. Yeah, Rajkumar is right. Access list. Rajkumar, you just forgot about the access list number. You have to specify access list number 100. Yeah. Kausal, you also forget about the permit TCP. It is okay, but you forgot about to specify access list number. Suraj, you are also right, but the matter is you just forgot to clarify. Like you have to specify access list number, right? So don't forget about access list number. This is very important. Otherwise, the command will not accepted by router. And the second thing is, if you are doing mistake any, like if I'm writing over here is like access list 101, yeah, maybe what will happen, like it will create new access list. So number is really important over here. Okay, so do not forget to specify number when you are creating access list. Okay, yeah. Now I want to create access list to specify ICMP. Yeah, access list 100 permit ICMP any host 10.2. Yeah, I'm going with the flow. Like Kausal, you are right, absolutely right. Access list 100 permit ICMP anyone can able to ping to the host 192.168.10.2. Okay, and enter. Yeah, so I'm going to PC2. Actually, ping was not successful at that time, but now it is successful. See, I'm getting ping. Yeah, so I'm slowly allowing all the traffic, and yeah, we are learning like how to add the list. Yeah, so now my access list is like a 3-line list. Okay, And the matter is I'm also using DNS. Yeah, I'm also using DNS. So let me open the DNS. Yeah, for example, if I'm going to command prompt and if I'm trying to ping server, yeah, ping server, yeah, it is not working. Why? Because our DNS is not there. Yeah. So, okay, I want to allow DNS. Okay. But the matter is, I don't want to allow DNS from any server. Yeah, I don't want to allow DNS from any server. I want to allow DNS for 10.2 only. Okay, like no one can use DNS. Only 20.2 can able to DNS. Okay, so this time this is not for all. Even though I'm going to add DNS over here. Okay, 192.168.10.2 is our DNS. Yeah, and I just explained you like how to configure DNS yesterday. Okay, so if you don't know about this, how to configure this, you can watch previous video. But yes, I want DNS to be allowed from 20.2 only. Yeah, I want DNS to be allowed from 20.2 only. Yeah, so tell me what will be the command. DNS should be allowed from 20.2. DNS traffic should be allowed from 20.2 only. Yeah, I don't want from anywhere. Okay, so Kaushal is saying, okay, so here I cannot use any word this time. So access list 100 permit TCP. Okay, I cannot say any, but yeah, if I want to use specific host, I have to use this word host 192.168.20.2 and then host 192.168.10.2. And here, when you question mark here, it's like, okay, equal. Okay, you forget about mention equal. And then you can say which traffic you want to allow. And I'm saying that, okay, I want to allow DNS. So it is called 53, yeah. So now it is allowed, okay. And let me try this. Not working. Yeah, not working. Yeah, let me verify this. Access list 100 permit TCP any host 20.2. Yeah, actually I am on 20.2. Yeah, this is true. Okay, and any idea, guys? Any idea? It is not working. Any idea? Okay. See, this DNS having some controversy. There is a PIP, UDP and TCP as well. Okay, so I just allowed TCP. So let me allow UDP. Okay, so TCP is there, it is allowed. Let me allow UDP as well. Okay, so I'm just going to add UDP for 53. Okay, another line. Okay, and let's try this. Yeah, we are getting ping. Okay, so yeah, in this particular system, DNS is using both TCP and UDP. Okay, so you have to allow like TCP and UDP both in some case, and keep this in mind. You will get this question in an exam for sure. Yeah, like I don't know about this particular exam, but in the previous exam, this was the question. Yeah, select the protocol which is using both TCP and UDP, and DNS is using both. Okay, so yes, sometimes you have to allow UDP as well. So this is what the perfect example, and that's why I configure this DNS over here, right? So now it is done. And see this, our access list is growing. Yeah, our access list is growing. Okay, now what about my email server? Yeah, it is not working right now. See, email is not working. Okay, so for example, if this particular user is sending email, yeah, this is my user, and if it is sending email, yeah, it is replying to this email, hey, email having some problem, yeah, please solve this. Okay, so see, when it is sending any email, yeah, sending email, and then we are getting connection out. Why? Because we just allow all these ports. Yeah, if you want to verify this, you can verify from here. Yeah, we allowed HTTP 443. We allow anything from ping. We allowed only DNS from 20.2. Yeah, all this. So now I want to allow, like, people can able to email. So I can add this line. Okay, so here is just I need to change the IP address. Yeah, So instead of 443, I am saying that 110 and 25. Both are required. Okay, so I'm just going to add 110 and 25. So now my email, like it is possible to send email, right? Compose and then send. Here I got send success. And then if I'm going to that particular user, okay, PC3, and when you go here email and say receive, yeah, you will get this email. Okay, I got email, mail server is working well. Okay, this is like, okay, yeah, receive success, and maybe this is the mail. Please reply, I'm waiting. Yeah, hey, email having problem, please solve this. Okay, so now I can reply, I can send, everything works well. Okay, this is good and working. Okay, now what we call is a twist. Yeah, there is a twist in the story. Now, good, working good, no problem. Now the matter is, this particular IP 20.4 is actually accessing website. Okay, this particular IP is able to access website. And let me go to there. Okay, desktop, and his is able to access website. Okay, 192.168.20.10.2. Yeah, but this person is actually, I don't want this. Okay, so my requirement is now changed, and I want that, yeah, anyone can able to open website, I don't have any problem, but this 20.4 cannot able to access website. Okay, so here we have this access list, here we have everything, and now what is my requirement is, this particular person with the IP address 20.4 cannot able to access website. Yeah, guys, any idea? Okay, what will be the step, like how you will write access list? Yeah, what will be the next line in the access list, and how can you write this? Okay, tell me. Okay, what is my requirement? I want that only like 24, like I want to deny only 20.4. Yeah, I want to deny 20.4. Yeah, tell me. Yes, anyone? I just want to deny 20.4. Okay, and 20.4 cannot able to access website. Okay, anyone? Any ideas, guys? Please reply quick, because we have limited time. Yeah, access list 100 deny TCP 20.4 host. Yeah, good. Let me do this. Let me try. Okay, so here is like access list 100. Okay, deny. I'm following same statement because I'm saying the lie. It is like right. Okay, host 192.168.20.4, host 192.168.10.2, and equal to 80. Yeah, so I just deny 20.4. So 20.4 cannot able to access website. Yeah, this is what my requirement. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay, now this is what my access list right now. I just apply this line. Yeah, Nikhil is saying that, okay, Kaushal give me this reply. Yeah, good, I got it. Like, okay, but will it work? Okay, what you say is like yes or no. Can I able to access website from 20.4? Yes or not? I'm going to 20.4. Yeah, I'm going to 20.4. Yeah, I'm in 20.4. Here is the website address. Let me stop this. Let me go to the web browser and let me write this 192.168.10.2. Guys, can I able to access website? Yes or no? Kaushal is saying no. I want like anyone, like who you are. It doesn't matter if you are online. Yeah, if you are watching me live, tell me yes or no. Okay. I'm going to give you answer. Yeah. I'm going to give you answer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let me enter. Okay. And let me verify that you guys are right or wrong. Okay. But as I always have to drink water. Okay. Suraj is saying yes. Okay. And go. Yeah, I'm able to open website. Okay. Yes, water is logical way. Okay. Yeah, this is logical. Like you cannot forget this. This is why I'm doing this. So I'm able to open website, guys. Your answer is like you all gave me answer. Maximum people gave me answer in no, but see this, I'm able to open the website. Yeah. So let me give you straight reason. Yeah, I don't want to waste time in this particular matter. See what happened over here is when you are creating access list. Okay. When you are creating access list, the biggest matter is the sequence number. Yeah. The sequence number is the biggest matter. Lower the sequence number, higher the priority. Okay. Lower the sequence number, higher the priority. So let me give you this explanation. Yeah. Let me give you this explanation. So copy. I have to verify that. Like, can I able to copy all the lines? And here is like paste. Okay, I got it. Done. See. See, this is what my access list. Yeah, this is what my access list. Let me remove this matches because it will create confusion for you. Okay. And understand this properly. Yeah. Understand this properly. You can. See. Whenever the traffic is coming, okay, your access list will be there because you apply this on the fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay. So when the traffic is coming on the fast Ethernet 0/0, your access list will be there. Hey, wait, I will verify. Okay. So like I without verification, you cannot go there. Okay. Now let me assume that if the traffic is coming and the port number is 53. Yeah, port number is 53. So what happened? It will pass through first line, line number 10. Okay. And it will verify. Are you port number 80? The packet is saying, no, I'm not port number 80. I'm port number 53. Okay, no problem. You are passed. Like you can go ahead. If you are port number 80, this is my consent. But no problem. You can go to the next line. Okay. So it will pass them to the next line. I'm talking about port number 53. Okay. Then it will go over here. Are you port number 43? Port number 443? The packet said, no, I'm not 443. I'm 53. Okay, you can pass. Again, it will go to the line number 30. Yeah, it will go to the line number 30. So it will be over here. Are you ICMP ping packet? It is saying, no, I'm not ICMP ping packet. Okay, go ahead. And when it will come over here, are you TCP port number 53? Or saying, nah, I'm 53, but I'm not TCP. Okay. And then it will be go over here. Are you UDP port number 53? It is saying, yes, I'm UDP port number 23. And yeah, you are allowed. Yeah, you are permit. So you are allowed. Okay, allowed. Now, when it is allowed, the matter is over. Now, this step will not happen. Yeah. So now it has no, like you are allowed now. You do not need to pass from line number 60, 70, 80. Okay. No need to pass. So once you allowed, once you will get your desired request, like deny or permit, done. You do not need to go for the next line. Okay. So for example, if I'm talking about 53, it will be stop from here and it will be like allowed, right? Now let me explain you about this ping packet. Yeah, so if the ping packet is coming, it is called ICMP. Yeah, so it is called ICMP. So it will come over here. Are you HTTP packet? It is saying no, I am ping packet. Okay, no problem, you can go ahead. Okay, are you HTTPS packet? It is saying no, I am ICMP packet. Go ahead. Here is like, okay, are you ping packet? It is saying yes, I am ping packet. Okay, any permit? Okay, you are permitted, or I can say allowed. Okay, so you do not need to pass through line number 40, 50, 60, 70, no problem. Okay, same thing, like I'm going to repeat this, I know, but if I'm talking about POP3, yeah, same thing, but it has to pass through that particular line, and yeah, from that it will be allowed, right? Now let me tell you what about the HTTP is happening over here. Yeah, suppose HTTP traffic is coming. Okay, I am HTTP. Are you HTTP? Yes, I am HTTP. So every traffic is allowed on HTTP. Yeah, so here if suppose HTTP is coming, yeah, here is like suppose HTTP is coming. Okay, like I am HTTP. Okay, and 10 number, you are HTTP. Yes, so it is allowed from anywhere. So it is allowed. Now it is allowed from any. Yeah, it is allowed from any. So it doesn't matter if you are coming from 20.4, 20.2, it doesn't matter for me. You are allowed, and then you are allowed. You do not need to pass through line 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So matter is here we have this port number 80, we have this deny, but traffic is actually, the traffic is HTTP. It is passing through line number 10. It is not coming over here, and because of this, our line number 80 is ineffective. And because of this ineffectiveness, I'm able to open the website. Yeah, I'm able to open the website from PC4. Yeah, understood it or not, and understand the system, understand the way the access list work, and understand the sequence number as well, right? So if it is clear, type clear, and if you require any explanation, you can ask me question. Yeah, is it clear, guys? Sequence number is most important. If you allowed 80 over here, it will allow. It will not go to the line number 20, 30, 40, or even it is like 80 is deny. Yeah. So Kaushal is saying how to change sequence. Okay. How to change sequence. So Kaushal, do one thing. Okay. First of all, let me remove this line number 80. Yeah. Let me remove this line number 80. What happens, like, see this, I'm going to remove this. Yeah. This is the last line, and I'm going to remove this. Okay, so Control A, and I'm going to remove this no. Yeah, I just removed line number 80. Yeah, I removed line number 80 because this particular statement at the sequence number 80 is not effective. Yeah, so I don't want this. Yeah, this will be effective if I will add over here about 10. Yeah, it will be effective if I will add that about 10. Yeah, so we'll talk about this. But first of all, I want to remove 80. So just it is removed. Right? And now, let me verify my access list. Oh, I just lose my access list. See, I tried to remove one line from my access list, but I just lost my access list. Why? Because this is what the problem. If you are creating access list using standard procedure, yeah, like this is what I did. Now we are having all new way to create access list, and we call it named access list. Okay, so you can create same access list. It can be standard or extended, but if you want to change sequence number and everything, it would be easy. Yeah, even in this particular access list, you can change the sequence number. But if you are going to use this traditional way, like just removing no, by if you want to remove this statement, and if you are using no statement, like no, and then if you are using this statement, it will remove the entire access list. Okay, so now you may have question like, okay, but how to solve this problem? Because I want to remove line number 80, and then I have to place this line into the above 10. Yeah, and see this, they are, Cisco is like really doing it properly. See this, they have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They're not using like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because you can add line anywhere. Yeah, if you are using the sequence number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you want to add any line in between them, you will be in trouble, right? So now you can add line in between, but the matter is, if you are going to use normal process, it will be difficult, okay? And it would be great to use named access list.